Welcome to the Pure Garbage Podcast with Lex Cunningham. Today's guest, Mr. Gadget, Jack Handy.
Folks, Lex Cunningham here with the Pure Garbage Podcast, and as I promised in the past, we bring him back, one of our house guests, one of our guys, and that is Jack Handy.
What's going on? How we doing?
Folks, we got this segment we call Mr. Gadget, and that's Jack Handy. If you got to know him, you'd find out he is a master of, well, I guess you're a doer of many things, as you
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Jack of all trades, master of none. But you do carry around a knife that you brought down here, and it's rather impressive. What is it?
This is my Leatherman Skeletool. It's just a handy little utility knife. It's stainless steel construction. It's got a pair of pliers on it, wire cutters. The pliers are needle nose. It's got a little spot for a screwdriver. It's got a nice, decent sharp knife. I've had this for about 6 years. I haven't had to sharpen it yet. Little serrated edge on her. The best part about it that I like, if you can hear that.
Drum roll, please.
That is my bottle opener.
Well, fancy knife with a bottle opener. So this knife here, it's like a survivor knife, right? It's like you're lost on the road, usually when you're on your motorcycle, driving around the northern parts of Ontario. Can you chop wood?
You could probably spend some time getting through a piece of wood, but yeah, I wouldn't say chop.
Open that up. Let's see the blade on it. Wow. Okay, so that's a sneaky little knife. That's it's about a 2-inch, 3-inch blade on that, right?
Yeah, about that, 2.5.
Looks pretty sharp there, razor sharp. Does it have a spoon on it? Is it like the Swiss Army knife?
We're not quite there.
How do you have no spoon on there? You like to eat?
No, I do like the Chinese thing, and I do with the chopsticks.
Oh, okay. So you scoop it in your mouth.
Right.
3, 2, 1.
Not begrudging folks of Chinese heritage that still use chopsticks, or the guys on Queen Street.
Oh, I love chopsticks.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so you have this thing. Who got it for you?
This one actually was a gift from a former employer.
Now, you're in the trades, various trades. So a knife like that, if you had to cut some wire, could you get through a couple of pieces of wire?
Yeah, you absolutely could. In a pinch where I've had to strip some wire, definitely. This is always in my pocket, so I'll strip a bit of wire with it, cut it to length. You're not going to get any industrial use out of it, but screwing around in the house, you're on the side of the road, a wire comes loose, something like that.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, this is the thing.
Open up the. Okay, we got that sharp-looking blade, which you handle with ease. What's that? That's a cutter. What's
there? I got my needle nose pliers.
It's got needle nose pliers on this thing, folks.
It's got a little space in the center there for like a sort of like a nut wrench. And
a what?
A nut wrench.
Fucking nut wrenching?
Yeah, talk to your wife about that.
Wow. Wow. There's a brand new low.
Wow. And then at the bottom there, it's just got a small little 1/4-inch wire cutter.
Wow, there's a wire cutter on that too.
What I like about it as well too, it's not obscenely sized, so you could easily get
Speak to your wife about that.
Hey.
Oh.
But you can get onto an average sized automotive nutter bolt. And get a good hold on it like that.
I can see that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? So that's a nice thing there. You close that right up, and then you got...
oh, look at this. Transformer.
Right? It really is.
And it turns into a brand new Chevrolet.
You can actually fold it out, so it's completely at its full length, which is probably in the neighborhood of about 6.5 inches.
Good for you.
Right? And it's got a little magnetic tip on it for screwdriver bits. Right?
So if you dropped one?
I've actually lost them, right? But,
nice. Oh, well.
Because unfortunately, up in Canada here, everything we have is Robertson, and this is an American tool, so everything is Phillips.
So you got that in the States?
It's an American made. I got it here.
But you got it here?
Yeah.
All right. And what's one of those go for, you think?
I think they're cruising somewhere in the neighborhood about $75 right now.
Rich guy.
Like I said, I didn't buy it. Right?
You didn't.
But I would, if something ever happened to this, I would absolutely buy another one. I'd absolutely buy another
because
one.
That's handy.
This is in my pocket every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Does it come with a pouch?
No, not this one, because it has a belt clip.
Has a belt clip on it.
Yeah, this one has a belt clip.
So it looks like a maintenance tool.
Yeah, you could definitely lean that way. It's also inside of the bottle opener.
I see that. I'm surprised you're not singing the praises of that. How many bottles have you opened?
We're getting there. I'm surprised this thing's still straight. How many bottles is
open? Wow!
All right. But inside the bottle opener, it's got like a little carabiner type clip, and it doubles as a belt loop hook. Like if you're in a situation where you don't want to keep it in your pocket, or you want to hang it off a lanyard or whatever, so it'll double as a belt loop hoop.
Funny, Jack Handy with a handy knife.
Hook. Right. Right. And the what I like about this one particularly is they call it the Skeletool because it's they drill it out all the way through for weight.
Yeah.
Right. But it also gives you all these neat little attachment points if you want to attach, again, a lanyard or whatever you want to it.
Yeah.
So it's very versatile.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the probably the best utility knife on the market for your day-to-day use, right?
Well, that's a big statement.
I'm going with it.
Jack Handy's standing behind the Leatherman Skeletool. And it has a beer opener.
Yeah,
so
the best.
you're going to be on the podcast. Well, you have been through the last year and that, and then you went away. You had to do a lot of work. So you're going to be back, and we're going to be talking gadgets throughout the year with Jack Handy, folks. And as we move along, Jack will put his information out there. You're on Twitter, eh, Jack?
I am. Yeah.
So tell the people where they can find you.
It's a fairly new account, so you have to bear with me. I believe it is jack.handy_PG.
Probably.
I'm going to double check that, and I will let you know.
Well, he's going to check that, folks. Just remember, Jack's going to be on the podcast, as well as we're going to have all our guys, plus with the NFL stuff, the NBA stuff, and then, of course, we're going to have our celebrity guest. In the past, we've had 5440, we've had Sass Jordan, we've had Survivor Man. Hey, ask Survivor Man a question on your behalf about bug-out bags.
Yes, he did. Yeah. What did he say?
Well, you'd have to listen to the podcast, my friend.
I guess that's what I'm going to have to do.
I thought you would have listened to that by now. Anyway.
Well, I've been busy.
And then upcoming, we got Farley Flex, Maestro Fresh West's manager, and all kinds of neat stuff going on. So keep on listening to the podcast. So have you found out?
I have, and it is jack.handy.pg.
Jack.handy.pg on Twitter, or you can find them at the Pure Garbage Pod, and then go from there. You'll see Jack Handy. All right, Jack, I know down the road we're going to be talking your favorite framing hammers.
Thanks for listening to the Pure Garbage Podcast. To find us, subscribe at iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or Stitcher.